Hey guys, it's Jay from Skull Gaming Network. Welcome to another MLB Perfect Inning 2020 video, and welcome to Sunday Night Baseball. I'm on the Vikings account today. I'm waiting on an event that makes boosting trainers doubled or tripled to get the rest of the team to +7. So having a +7 team deck is still in my near-term future goals. Not much has changed about the team currently based on the fact I'm waiting on an event like I described, but I figured I'd show you the team anyway so you see who I'm playing with going into today's game. And we're facing a B grade team. That's sort of reasonable. I think I'm going to do well against them, but at least it's not the S grade D plus split like we saw on Wednesday. My guess is behind Masahiro Tanaka, there are some respectable players. Maybe not super stacked, but not totally trash either. We've got Cole Hamels on the mound. And then, this is a hybrid Yankees team with Brandon Belt at first base. Mike Trout leading off against Tanaka. We'll see what he can do. That is laced to right for a lead-off single. Judge fields and quickly throws that in. And now Manny Machado's up with a runner on and no one out. And that is teed off on high and deep to left center and gone just past the outstretched arm of the outfielder. It is 2-0 Twins. Chris Davis up to bat now. If this opponent of mine has a relief pitcher, I'd recommend putting him in now. But he does get strike one on me. Come on, Chris. I know you have a lot of swing and miss in your game, but you're not that bad. We pop out to short as a smart pitch from my opponent to get the first out here in the 7th. Johnny Bench up to bat now. Bench, by far the best player on this team of mine. We take ball 1 up and away on 1-0. Foul that off to make it a 1-1 count. On 1-1, swing and a miss at the cutter for strike 2. 1-2 offering on its way. We've got to dig in. Foul it off. Okay. The next 1-2, let's see what we get. That was a meatball, and Bench homers to the short porch in right to make it 3-0 Twins. Eddie Rosario up to bat now. Again, credit to my opponent for being a real opponent. I'm playing on Friday, so because I'm playing on Friday, I'm not getting the weekend club versus club scene. So the competition might be watered down a little bit, but at the same time, we're not getting those horrendous red AI people like we normally see. The 0-2 Rosario, by the way. That is hammered to center, straightaway center. Solo shot makes it 4-0. I will say, unlike Wednesday's game where everything was a fail pitch, in this game, I'm working the counts. And I'm putting myself in risky positions, and then I'm just capitalizing. So my opponent's really pitching fairly well. It's just, getting to those 2-strike counts and then leaving juicy fastballs that I'm able to catch up to. Again, that's why I'd pull Tanaka. His velocity's too low to be viably competitive. Arenado doubled to right center, by the way. Brian Dozier up to bat now, and that is hammered to center. Is that a 2-run shot? Yes, it is. And this game is 6-0 now? Yes, 6-0. To be honest, this game feels a lot more competitive than a lot of games I've played that have been on the scoreboard closer than 6-0. Adam Ottavino into the game. That's a smart substitution. He's got better velocity at 71. And not only that, but with his arm slot, how his pitches move, he's a little bit more competitive of a pitcher as Stanton grounds to second. I chase that a bit, but Ottavino gets the first batter he faces out. Yan Gomes up to bat now. And Gomes hits that to left. That's going to be a shallow flyout. So we got 6 runs on, I believe, 3 or 4 home runs that were really just a matter of working the count and getting meatballs. We head to the bottom of the 7th in New York. Brett Gardner leading off against Cole Hamels, and we get strike 1. On strike 1, we go the 4-seamer, and we get ahead 0-2. On 0-2, we're going to go low and into Gardner and strike him out. Judge up to bat now. Let's see what he can do. Down the 4-seamer. Boom, strike 1. Another 4-seamer. Low and away coming up. He hasn't shown the ability to catch up to it. You know what? He's playing me fair. We'll do a slider up and across. I'll avoid strictly fastballs. That's grounded to second. Dozier fields and throws, and that's out number 2. I might be facing an auto contact guy. But, again, he's playing me straight up. He's playing me fair. We're going to stop hardcore painting the corners. At least for now. You know, if he starts to catch up because I stop painting the corners, then I might paint corners again. We're ahead 0-2 to DJ LeMahieu. That is hit to right, and that is down for a 2-out single. So there's a runner on. No perfect game bid, but sometimes it's not about that. Sometimes it's about playing a baseball video game and having a fun game. Whether or not it's super competitive, I feel like this game has been somewhat fun so far. Trout leading off the 8th, facing Ottavino. We'll see what we can do. First pitch on its way. Swung on and missed, strike 1. On 0-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. On 0-2. Taken just high, ball 1. I realized I wasn't going to be able to hit it well, so why bother swinging at it? That curveball. Curveball is far too hittable of a pitch. Trout homers at 7-0. In fairness, that curveball was in the strike zone when I hit it. What bothers me is not curveballs getting hammered, but curveballs below the knees getting blooped consistently for hits. Consistent bloop hits. If you said, well, you might hit a sharp ground ball and it might find a hole sometimes, that would make more sense, but we don't see much of that. We grounded out, I think that was, to first? So there's one out here. Chris Davis fouls that off. That's the one type of hit I haven't seen much in this game, I'm realizing, is the sharp ground ball. As we fly out to right for out number 2. You get pop-ups, you get bloopers, you get soft ground balls. It might just not be in the physics of this game. Bench, his second at-bat, he singles to right, so we have a runner on with 2 outs for Eddie Rosario. But I guess there are deep in the hole ground balls. It just seems like it's pretty rare that you get a hard ground ball. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, because I very well may be. Rosario, we had to go for the triple. We got it. It's 8-0 as Bench scored from first. And now Arenado up to bat. Man on third, 2 outs. Arenado doubled his first time up, and I think he homered this time. Yes, he did, and that makes it 10-0. And again, for a 10-0 ball game, this has felt relatively competitive. Dozier hammers one to deep left, and that's going to be a flyout. So we head to the bottom of the 8th, up by 10. Not the most competitive on the scoreboard, but my opponent's pitched me tough, and he's sort of hit. I mean, he hasn't really hit, and I do have genuine suspicion and belief that I might be facing an auto contact guy, but regardless, we're getting a respectable opponent compared to an AI, so we're seeing what we can do with it. My opponent hits that slider to right center, decides to hold up at first with the single. He would have had the double because I needed to hit the cutoff man, and that's kind of the formula, but I also completely understand not testing an outfielder's arm or your own runner's speed. Grounder to second, safe at second, out at first. So there's a runner in scoring position with 1 out for Giovanni Urshela. We're not giving true meatballs, but we're serving it up a little bit. Urshela out at first on the grounder to second. Runner did not move up to third. In real baseball, the runner probably does move up to third because the ball is hit behind him, but with the runner in scoring position, either way, a hit would likely score him. Sanchez behind 0-2, swinging through 2 fastballs. We're going a third fastball, top of the zone, middle cut. That's hit to right. That's down for a single. Runner stays at third, so it's first and third, 2 outs for Juan Soto. We'll see what Soto can do. Fouls the first pitch off. God, not truly painting the corners, but not center cutting anything either. That's hit to left, and Bench, who plays left for me, gets the catch. So we head to the 9th, up 10-0. Stanton digging in to lead off. That is lined to first for a quick, sharp out number 1. That was just well hit and a better defensive play. Yan Gomes up to bat. That is fouled off, strike 1. On 0-1, Adam Ottavino kicks and fires a cutter at 81 that I swung through completely. On 0-2, that is hammered by Yan Gomes. High and deep to left center and gone. Sayonara baseball. It's 11-0. Mike Trout up to bat now. Let's see what he can do. First pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 1. That was a nice 4-seam fastball at the knees. Fouled the next pitch off, so we're behind 0-2 with Trout. And we foul off another 0-2 offering. So Trout, he's not going to give up that easily, but he hits one to right for a single with 1 out here in the 9th. We get a base runner. So we have 2 hits on the inning. The first one, of course, being a solo home run. Manny Machado up to bat. He's 1 for 2 on the game. Looking to go 2 for 3 on the game, and yes, he does with another single to right. Back-to-back singles to right, get 2 on and 1 out. But some smart pitching could get my opponent out of it. Chris Davis up. He's 0 for 2, and he fouls the first pitch off. He could have crushed it, but I swung too early. Then we foul the second pitch off. We were just late on it. And now at 0-2, changeup was just low. That's the rare time that I recognize a pitch low and actually take it. On 1 and 2, that one was low and in. We tried to hit it, and we line out to Gleyber Torres at short. There's 2 outs now. Johnny Bench up to bat. He's 2 for 2 with a homer and a single. And he lines out to first. So we head to the bottom of the 9th, up by 11, looking to close things out. Brett Gardner up first. The leadoff hitter leads off the 9th. First pitch grounded to third. Arenado Fields throws 1 out. And now Aaron Judge up to bat, 0 for 1 on the game. He's going to try to break through here, though. That is popped to second. Dozier secures the catch, and we're now 1 out away from the victory. DJ LeMahieu singled his first time up, and he is the last threat for the Yankees. Well, not the last threat, but the last lifeline for now. That's hit to right. Is that another hit? Nope. Stanton's there. He catches it, and we win 11-0. In a more competitive than the scoreboard said game. Good game to Carme. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you're new for more MLB Perfect Inning 2020 content. In the comments, did you think this was a reasonable game to post? I know the D+ versus S grade one wasn't. That is genuinely the only game I could get recorded in time for Wednesday Night Baseball. But in the interest of getting more interesting games, I played this. I felt it was competitive even though the scoreboard didn't show it. So that's why I posted it. I'm also working on trying to record ahead, which will give me more time once I'm recorded ahead to, one, play exhibition games like people have asked. I want to bring it back at some point. I'm not going to guarantee when, but I'm working on recording ahead so that I have more time to try to coordinate recording a game at an off time and then going back and doing voiceovers in addition to editing. So I'm trying to work on that, along with, of course, if I can play a couple games, then I can get rid of less competitive ones and get more competitive ones. But with all of that being said, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks everyone for tuning in. And until next time, and as always, peace out.